You're listening to the Cyberwire Network, powered by N2K.
AI is changing how enterprises operate and how they stay protected. It's time to eliminate risk and protect innovation. From March 23rd through the 26th, join Trend AI for actionable AI security insights. Catch impactful sessions at RSAC, then unwind and grab a bite at their lounge in Trapesueño. Experience industry-leading AI security in person, engage with the experts, and get your chance to win $500,000. San Francisco, let's AI fearlessly. Learn more at trendmicro.com/RSA.
For those of us in the Anglosphere, news coming out of China about its space program often feels like catching up on what we missed while we were sleeping. And you know what nation isn't sleeping when it comes to their space ambitions? Yeah, China. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. China's Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation, or CASC, has just reasserted their space program goals, and it is all systems go, full send towards more scientific missions aboard the Tiangong space station, as well as longer human habitation missions in low Earth orbit on that space station, with upcoming crew staying for up to a year on Tiangong instead of the usual 6-month crew rotation. And that kind of long stay will provide valuable data for the Chinese space program about how humans can handle the unique stresses of a long space sojourn. Say that 5 times fast. And all of that information feeds into the biggest of big goals, and that is a lunar presence. Leaving no doubt about the state of the global space race, CASC also says that they are on track for a crewed lunar landing by China, of course, by 2030. All of the major components for such a landing, they say, like the Long March 10 carrier rocket, the Mengzhou crewed spacecraft, and the Lanyue lunar lander, have all completed development and major testing. 2030 is not that far away, cosmically speaking, and China has its eyes firmly set on the lunar prize. And much more importantly, it has the aggressive funding and technological progress to match. Underestimating what China will achieve is indeed folly. And while China is working hard towards a lunar landing in 2030, NASA is hoping that 2026 will be the year of a lunar loop with Artemis 2. And the latest update from NASA is that after the SLS rollback to the Vehicle Assembly Building at Kennedy Space Center to check out a pesky helium problem, everything seems to be checking out, and staff and crew are saying it is go time for an April launch to the moon. And no fooling, the current target for Artemis 2 to launch is in the evening of April 1st. And again, a reminder that Artemis 2 will orbit way out and around the moon, but is not a lunar landing mission. But it is a key step towards the United States one day making its 50-plus year return to the lunar surface. And you just know that they're hoping to beat China there before 2030. Whether you're hopeful or skeptical if it'll happen might depend on how the next few weeks go. Regardless, I'm rooting for a successful flight for Artemis 2. Today is March 15th, 2026. I'm Maria Varmazes, and this is T-Minus. And now for our chat today. And I recently caught up with friend of the show and friend of mine, the wonderful and talented space artist, Tim Gagnon. And he brought a friend to our conversation, his longtime creative collaborator, Susie Morris of AB Emblem. Now, everyone loves a patch in aerospace. Stick them on a board or on your flight jacket, hand them out at meetups or conferences, buy them at your favorite space store. Who doesn't love a space patch? And Tim and Susie talked to me about what goes into this very unique and very beloved art form. Hello and welcome back to Commercial Space Week here in Orlando, Florida. I am Maria Varmazes, host of T-Minus Space Daily, and we're going to have a fun conversation now. All right. We have a face here who is familiar to me, who I've seen many times here at Commercial Space Week. Do you want to introduce yourself, sir?
Hi, I'm Tim Gagnon, also known on social media as KSC Artist. And I'm just the guy that gets to work with some amazing folks, bringing their vision to life.
Just the guy, huh?
Well,
and next to me, why don't you introduce yourself as well?
I'm Susie Morris. I work at the factory, the sales rep with AB Emblem, and I get to work with Tim on his wonderful art. I get to bring it to life in a patch.
I'm so thrilled that I get to talk to the two of you together now. So welcome. And Susie, why don't you tell me a little bit about AB Emblem? I think a lot of us know, but just for folks who might not, just catch us up to speed.
AB Emblem is a family-owned business. I think maybe 6 generations now.
at least.
We've been doing patches for NASA, for military, for scouts. We've had the contract for over 60 years with NASA.
Wow.
And so, yeah, we've got a rich heritage.
That's
with our
amazing.
company.
I have to interject. I mean, everybody knows what it's like to be awarded a government contract, and it's wonderful, but they have kept the government contract.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they have obviously fulfilled their responsibilities above and beyond and never been knocked off that throne.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
AB Emblem is a name that's kind of legendary. I mean, I didn't want to be like everybody knows, but like everybody does know you.
Yeah.
They should.
I mean, I was like, yeah, y'all
I'm really learning
well-
that at this show.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm just like, oh yeah, I know AB Emblem. Like you guys are famous. So it's like
Yeah,
I'm
thank
thrilled
you.
that I get to speak to not just you all who produce them and make them happen, but the artists that you've collaborated with so many times, because that has got to be a fascinating relationship and collaboration between the two of you. I just kind of want to know how that all works. What is it like? Tim, you want to tell me like what's it been like?
I start out with trying to visualize what the client is looking for.
Yeah.
You know, they have an idea for their patch, whether it's an analog mission like you're familiar with, or even this event patch. And once I create my design, I run it past Susie because she's an expert on what will work with embroidery.
Yeah.
Because there are limitations with embroidery. You can do like a photo sublimated type of patch, but those aren't as in demand or, to me, not as attractive.
Yeah, the texture. There's
Yeah.
so much that the tactileness of these beautiful patches. I mean, they're really beautiful.
Right.
I mean, there's a reason we all like to keep them up on our walls. Like they are works of art.
So once I turn it over to Susie and she says, this will work, this won't work, then we make the changes. The client approves the final design.
Yeah.
And then I turn the client over to Susie to place the order. She quotes it. She gives them an idea of lead times, pros and cons of different things. And then they place their order and she delivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He nailed it.
He did. He did. Everything he said.
Everything. Ditto that.
Ditto.
All right. So I'm curious. I mean, Tim, I know you have a lot of favorite patches that you have worked on and also ones that you haven't, but I imagine ones that you've worked on, you have a special place in your heart. Susie, I wanted to know you must have some faves.
I learned a long time ago, the favorite patch is the next one.
That's
Learned that from a very good
true.
friend.
Very, very
This
true.
is the latest Crew 12,
Oh, it's
of
beautiful.
course. And then there's the latest, this one that you might have seen.
Oh, yes.
The next patch is the favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I do love the colorful ones. And, when Tim sends ones that have a lot of color in, I'm like, I'm going to have one of those when it's done.
Yeah,
So,
they're definitely the really colorful ones are they're so eye catching, and I know we all have our faves.
You can hold this up if you want.
I don't. Well, it might actually be better if you do it because you're
Okay.
closer to the camera.
Because we can talk about this.
Sure. Yeah. So tell me.
My favorite answer to the question, what's your favorite patch, is the next one. But this one is very cool because it was so unexpected.
Yeah.
I got an email one day, and the Artemis II closeout crew, the people that are going to be working the White Room to put the astronauts inside of Orion, needed a team patch.
Yeah.
And so they requested that I work with them, and we came up with a design. And now my imagination is going to the moon.
We'll be right back.
If you're defending a network today, there's a simple question worth asking. What does the attacker see when they look at your organization? Nordstellar helps answer that. Nordstellar is a threat exposure management platform that gives security teams visibility into external risks, including leaked credentials, active session tokens, impersonation attempts, and exposed assets across the surface web and the dark web. It's built to help organizations detect the consequences of breaches early, before attackers turn access into action. From monitoring for InfoStealer malware logs to identifying cybersquatting and brand abuse, Nordstellar helps teams focus on the threats that actually matter. Executives get clear, actionable insights tied to business risk. Security teams get real-time alerts and one of the largest deep and dark web intelligence pools in the industry. Cybercriminals may already be looking for your weak spots. Don't make it easy for them. Be the one that's prepared. Defend your business with Nordstellar. Use the code CyberWire10 to unlock your exclusive discount. Go to nordstellar.com/cyberwiredaily and learn more. When cyber threats strike, minutes matter. Booz Allen brings the same battle-tested expertise trusted to protect national security to defend today's leading global organizations. They safeguard their data, strengthen enterprise resilience, and mobilize in minutes across energy, healthcare, financial services, and manufacturing. Their teams don't just respond, they anticipate, outthink, and stay ahead of evolving threats. This is powerful protection for commercial leaders, only from Booz Allen. See how your organization can prepare today at boozallen.com/commercial.
Last year, you did the huge bucket list item of becoming an analog astronaut, and now something you've made is going to the moon.
Yeah.
What is left for you, Tim?
Honestly, I could retire. I really don't know what, after all of the last 20 years, I don't know what could top it.
Mars.
But I'm just grateful that I still get emails saying, will you work with us?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still inside. I'm still that kid growing up in Hartford, Connecticut, far removed from the space program.
Yeah.
And just sitting there in awe. The fact that I still get requests now, I mean, you can't ask for better than that.
Yeah. Susie, what's it like for you seeing all these beautiful designs, not just for space programs?
Sure.
Do they carry a lot, a meaning for you? Does it make you just go, oh, wow, this is for that?
They do. When I first came in and started working with the NASA patches and stuff, when I learned that things that were in that patch meant something to each astronaut, that something meant something to each astronaut, that's where it came to life. That patch truly is telling a story.
Yeah.
That is bringing in something from every single person that is participating in that, and they're able to put what they want in there to tell the story.
Yeah.
And so I get excited about that. And now I'm excited about, being able to touch patches that are going to go to the moon.
What has it been like collaborating over the years, the two of you? You must just be able to read each other's minds at this point for some of this
At
stuff.
this point, pretty close.
Yeah, at this point for sure. And even if someone that he's done art with that I did not see yet and they've come to me, I can recognize it immediately. I'm like, that's a Tim Gagnon art. I know that art.
Your hand is recognizable, Tim.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the hand of the artist right there. Well, I want to say, speaking of, we did mention it a little earlier about this year's SpaceCom patch, and it's really beautiful. So I figured if the two of you could maybe walk us through it.
Sure.
Well, over the last 3 or 4 years, the request has been to try to come up with a patch design that matches their initial branding for each event. Mm-hmm. Color schemes, things like that.
I know you're wearing it also, but I figured if it's easier.
But for this one, after I did that initial design based on their branding that you've seen online, they said, we want something a little bit more powerful because powering the next generation is the is the theme for this year's conference.
Yes.
So they were familiar with my work, with my gallery at AB Emblem, and they said, there's a patch on there it's called Explore, that kind of captures the imagination of what we have in mind. So we used that Explore design, we modified it, obviously, and then we came up with this design. And I got an email last night from the president of Spacecom saying that this is the best patch they have ever done.
Wow.
Ever.
Wow.
I mean, I was not expecting that, but
You'll take it.
I'll take it. I'll take the win, and I appreciate the reaction.
Yeah.
Because you create something, sometimes early in the morning in your home office, you send it off via email, and you hope people like it.
Yeah.
And when you get a reaction like that, you can't ask for better.
That's so great. Any thoughts as well from you on that one?
Yeah, I think, just knowing that I the part I play is very, very small, but I see it out here, and I see other people with the patch, and it's when you get to see what little bitty thing that you do come to life, it just has a totally different feel to it.
Did it surprise you that so many of us are just big nerds for patches?
I was quite surprised. I kind of thought, looking at things that are in the booths and stuff, we might be a pretty exciting booth. But then when people come around the corner and they're seeing, patches.
Yeah, we love them.
You can just connect with them.
That's right. Yeah, and it's like my husband was a Boy Scout, my daughter's a Girl Scout, folks in the military, we love them.
Yeah.
Love them. And as us space nerds, y'all look great. You're kitted out. I love it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to share with the audience about patch making, patch culture, anything? Just anything we missed you want to talk about?
I just want to say that how grateful I am and thankful I am that people do want patches, that we can keep this going, keep the patches out there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the thing about patches that everybody can embrace is that they represent a team effort on no matter what, whether it's this event, whether it's Artemis 2, whatever it is. If you've worked on that, if you're a person that helped put this event on, you can wear that patch with pride saying, I was part of this.
That's right. Yeah.
Or even if you just attended it as a speaker, you own this patch as much as anybody. So it's a very simple yet powerful memento of something you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful.
Yeah.
I have on the back of my office door, I've got a whole felt board that I've just got all the patches from things, and it's just it makes me really happy being able to reminisce about the things that I've been a part of.
Exactly.
And they are really beautiful. They're art objects. They are really lovely. So I look at them all and I tell my daughter, each of these has a story, and I go walk through it, and it's how wonderful is that? It's just a wonderful thing.
Every patch has a specific story, and there is never anything on a patch by accident.
Right.
Everything is there deliberately.
That's right.
So that's why it's meaningful.
Yeah.
Every star has a meaning.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly right. Yeah, I learned that from Tim last year when you walked me through a lot of that. I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, it was so wonderful talking to you both.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming over and sharing a bit of your day with me and telling me all about this year's patch and patch making. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
A quick final note, T-Minus crew. As you've probably noticed by now, we have transitioned away from doing a daily show, and we are working hard behind the scenes on the T-Minus transformation into a weekly show. And I'm going to have a lot more to share with you in the coming weeks. But in the meantime, I really want to make sure we hear from you about what would be useful to you as we shift to a weekly magazine-style show. Space at N2K.com is a great place to send your feedback. What kind of stories would you like us to cover? What would you like to hear more about? Well, that kind of feedback's very useful. So again, space at N2K.com. We are reading all of the feedback that you all have been sending, and my sincere thanks to everyone who has sent in comments so far. Thank you. That's T-Minus Deep Space, brought to you by N2K Cyberwire. We'd love to know what you think of this podcast. Your feedback ensures we deliver the insights that keep you a step ahead in the rapidly changing space industry. If you like the show, please share a rating and review in your podcast app. Or you can send us an email to space@N2K.com. We're proud that N2K Cyberwire is part of the daily routine of the most influential leaders and operators in the public and private sector, from the Fortune 500 to many of the world's preeminent intelligence and law enforcement agencies. N2K helps space and cybersecurity professionals grow, learn, and stay informed. As the nexus for discovery and connection, we bring you the people, the technology, and the ideas shaping the future of secure innovation. Learn how at n2k.com. N2K's lead producer is Liz Stokes. We're mixed by Elliot Peltzman and Trey Hester, with original music by Elliot Peltzman. Our executive producer is Jennifer Iben. Peter Kilby is our publisher. And I am your host, Maria Varmazis. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
If you only attend one cybersecurity conference this year, make it RSAC 2026. It's happening March 23rd through the 26th in San Francisco, bringing together the global security community for 4 days of expert insights, hands-on learning, and real innovation. I'll say this plainly, I never miss this conference. The ideas and conversations stay with me all year. Join thousands of practitioners and leaders tackling today's toughest challenges and shaping what comes next. Register today at rsaconference.com/cyberwire26. I'll see you in San Francisco.
We all want to know, what makes people tick?
How will they make decisions?
Handle feedback,
And work
as a team.
The Predictive Index Behavioral Assessment reveals how employees actually think, work, and thrive. Like how Marcus fits in a role with structure, and Margot's strength is collaborating with others. Because when we understand each other, work just works. Take the behavioral assessment today at try.predictiveindex.com.